Let's talk about IT optimization. IT optimization means different things to different people. For example, in 2012, the Ohio State Department took on a multi-year project to consolidate all their IT systems. For them, this was IT optimization. I look at it more holistically. Really, IT optimization is making sure the business is aligned with IT to achieve the maximum value needed. It usually isn't a people problem, or a technology problem, or even a process problem. These are issues that contribute to it, but these are really not the root causes or the root factors you have to consider. In my experience, the factors you have to look at is misalignment between leadership expectations and how the IT is organized. If the CEO wants the IT department to be giving value, business value, but the IT department is aligned along technological boundaries, you're probably going to have a problem. Flip it around, if you have an IT department who is trying to adopt Agile as their methodology, and leadership just wants reliable technology, it's not going to work out. The cultural issue is also a factor between what is needed to be done and what can be done. The example of Agile continues here. If the IT department is trying to be Agile and the rest of the company is still command and control, it's not going to work. You're not going to get the product owners that you need to be involved with IT as much as you can be. Inappropriate funding levels to achieve what is desired. A lot of companies just fund IT just to keep the lights on, even though they want the innovation. Innovation doesn't have to cost more, but initially, when you're moving from a more operational, reactive IT department to one that is more innovation-friendly, there is usually going to have to be some form of investment. But longer term, you'll find duplicated technology and other things that will be able to reduce the cost for doing business. But you have to have the right funding level for the right type of IT that you want. Lastly, legacy hardware, duplicated technology, platforms which are at risk, it all creates an environment that IT spends an inordinate amount of time just keeping everything running. And if they're just keeping everything running, they can't be doing business value creation. And you got to be careful, because even if all you're doing is keeping the lights on, eventually, like not maintaining your car properly, it is going to fail. So what can you do? All these issues are solvable. So what you need to do is start with a real open and honest evaluation. You got to take a look at all these factors and understand where you are compared to where you want to be. Look at your strengths, your weaknesses, examine industrial benchmarks to see where you are, and understand the opportunities and threats. Understand where you want to be. So now, once you know where you are, you can really determine where you want to be in the future. And once you know those things, once you know what the current state is, and you understand where you want to be in the future state, it's as simple as coming up with a workable plan to get from point A to point B. Obviously, I'm oversimplifying the process here. There's a lot of work that has to be done, and there are a lot of factors you have to consider to be successful at this. It's very doable, though, especially if you work with a third party who's not vested in your current state. It helps. Though it takes time, you can get lots more value out of your IT department and set your company up for much, much more growth than you are experiencing today. Hawksroost and BTCIO services can help you out. Please check out our other videos that go into more detail about our process for IT optimization. Thank you for listening.